Mischief Castle Rebirth.
My stomach.
Oh, that's better.
Bean.
Okay.
Bean?
Bean be like.
Do be farting though.
Bean do be farting.
All right,
My
maybe
dad
it's a little
said
better.
the other night
Does
that
Pablo fart?
my dad said the other night that Bean farted and it was so bad it woke him up in his sleep.
Oh, like loud?
No, like,
Or
stinky.
Stinky. Oh.
But that's his account of what happened.
Jeff be like, oh my god, I can't breathe.
Yes.
He's trying to get out of his
I
chair.
can't breathe.
No, not
breathe.
Jeff.
I'm 5 years sober.
I
Not
can't
Jeff.
breathe.
All right, welcome back to Mischief Castle Rebirth. I guess that didn't fucking record.
That
but
didn't
Oh
record?
my god.
It's fine. We can just pick up
it
right
up
where we
we
Fuck.
left
left.
off, baby.
Or should we start this whole thing
Well,
over
we can start off
again?
at Bincy's
You want to start
Binting.
this whole thing over?
Sure. Let's try to do it from memory.
Oh.
We talked
okay.
about Boom Boom Room.
Boom,
oh,
boom, boom.
dude. We gotta go to the Boom Boom Room.
Boom
We're
Boom.
gonna hang out in the
Run
Boom
it
Boom
back.
Room in Saratoga tonight. We're going to Saratoga City Tavern to
Shitty,
party,
Boom
shitty
Boom.
tavern.
and we're going
Shitty.
shitty tavern.
Shitty
Shitty tavern.
Shitty
Boom, boom.
tavern.
We're going to we're gonna go get Boom Boom, and we're
I'm getting boom boom.
we're
We
getting
getting
Boom
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 The
tonight.
at the 3-story nightclub,
The
with
triple decker.
the triple decker. Yeah, the upper decker nightclub.
No.
Taking an upper decker at the triple decker would be crazy, dude.
Shut
Yo,
up.
this toilet's not working.
I don't think there's
boys.
even enough room in the stalls in the bathrooms there to be able
Yeah,
to
when
do
I hike
that.
my butt cheeks over that fucking toilet and shit went into the tank.
It's a public. I don't think it's a public place. I don't think the
it
tank
has a
even
tank.
opens.
Yeah, I don't think a tank
Yeah.
exists. I don't.
Oh,
Yo,
Just
that's true.
Huh?
Those places don't be having tanks.
yeah,
Where does it
you
go?
never realize that?
I never thought
It's so
about
you
it.
can't triple decker at the
Triple
Triple decker.
How would one even do a
Triple
triple decker
decker,
with a
bro.
tank?
I'm trying to Big
I don't
Mac
want to
triple.
tell you. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say, yo.
Okay, then I don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. See, yep, I knew it.
True. Hashtag based.
You do
Based-
know me.
Fuck.
Anyway, that we're not gonna.
We're
Let's restart. Let's restart at Binky's.
Binky's.
Because of technical difficulties.
technical diff-
Noah and I started
technical
working
difficulties.
at Binky's Binting
Damn it.
together.
I hate
Yes.
it.
And for no context, I have never been to Binky's and only know pretty much what Tony looks like and what Noah's interpretation of Binky's is through Minecraft.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you did that. I still
It's
Oh.
can't.
so funny. Tony was a dead Minecraft fish.
Well, he's not dead. He
just
wasn't
placed on.
dead.
Yes, it was a
No.
raw. It was a raw fish
He was flopping around.
on the desk. On
On the
Tony's
desk.
desk was Tony.
And named,
And then
named
we
the
kept
salmon.
we kept putting different animals in as different coworkers.
What was Jimmy?
I don't remember, but I think I remember Rory being a pig.
Damn. Really?
Probably.
Oh, we didn't even get to. Okay, well, there's Don. You walk in, cubicles. Don. First guy. Nice guy. Tall guy. Honest guy.
Oh
Big
my
guy.
god.
Got a
Don-
couple kids. Nice and rotund.
Yes.
Don-
Heavy
man.
set fellow.
Good
Balding.
man, solid soldier.
Yep. Behind him, Talia, rosacea, cartoon
Italian.
character,
Yes.
grandma voice. I'm just chilling
I'm
at Vincey's
chilling.
Printing. I feel like I'm playing Tetris.
It just gets worse every time.
Yeah.
It's not far
and at
off.
this point, nobody listening has any context for what we've
I'm
already
just-
said.
Yeah, exactly. We tried to record this a minute ago, and we were going for like 10 or 15 minutes, and I saw that the thing wasn't even recording, so I had to
Yeah.
redo it, which fucking sucks.
Fucking MK Ultra.
But it's fine because we haven't even hit any of the important parts yet. We were just warming up. So
Ted
I'm always
Kaczynski'd
important.
itself.
Bro, it did.
is that the
Killed-
Unabomber?
It killed those.
Oh yeah.
Ted Kaczynski killdozered itself.
What can
Get
I
your
say?
fucking references right, bro.
What? Me?
He knows his
Who?
references.
Does Talia do anything, dude? She's like
She
a
does.
quote unquote graphic designer, but does she like do anything?
He does, I think.
We're in the back, so we can't even verify.
I mean, we looked at the list,
Okay.
but also just because somebody has a lot on their list doesn't mean that they didn't do nothing throughout the day too. It's kind of weird because they'll take like the way it runs pretty much is Don will take in just about anything that comes in through the front door while he's doing a bunch of jobs. Talia takes them just about anything else that comes through the door. Phone calls, calling up for jobs, writing jobs down. But the person who takes the majority of the jobs is the last person in the row for Rory. He takes most of them.
Rory takes most of the jobs?
Yeah. The way she has it set up pretty much is that all of the color profiles are specific to her computer and are set up specific that if you try opening a file that's for that normally Rory would take care of, it will come back on yours as missing fonts, missing files, formats, and like links aren't linked.
Oh, so she's really selfish.
She's devious.
Yeah,
She's
and if
plotting.
you ever try, when you get up front and when you ever on the computers, you're never gonna find anything on her computer. It's like scrubbed. Like it's like in
Yeah,
file
she has-
format, so
dude.
you can't decipher it.
On Friday, so we're cleaning up on Friday. We left early. Rory had the day off. Tony was gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 1:55, and we're getting ready to close up shop. We go over to Rory's computer at her desk, and her home screen has just like 3 folders on it. One of them says like Vincey's proofs. One of them says like extra fonts, and one says "Do not touch,
Oh,
do not delete."
Yeah, don't open it.
did
don't
you
wanna-
open it?
No, he didn't.
Should've.
You don't wanna
No, shut
open
the
it.
computer off. But it's like, dude, you have. First of all, she had every Adobe Suite product open.
It auto opens every time.
She had
Crazy.
Photoshop, Lightroom, InDesign, Illustrator,
Do you guys use Macs?
Premiere.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Premiere, and Acrobat open.
The fuck
all
she
at the
need
same time.
Premiere for?
I have no
I
fucking
know,
clue.
yeah. What is?
But
what's
Premiere was open.
on there? I don't
Why
know.
does she need that? You guys
I
aren't
don't know.
making like.
It's not on any other
videos.
computer. I don't think.
I listen, dude. I couldn't tell you. This place doesn't really make any sense yet
No.
to me. But she.
Yo, you're further along than anybody who started. I would say that for sure.
Well, yeah, because
One.
I'm a competent person.
Yo, I'm
Yeah.
giving you as much information I can give you too.
Yeah, you're helping me out. You're
Thank
actually
you.
trying
Why
to
does
train
he
me.
sound like he's a little disappointed right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
It was funny.
That's
that-
because it's everybody else.
Well, the way that you said it was like, dude, I'm giving you as much as I
Oh,
can
yeah,
here,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like-
Dude, I'm trying my hardest.
I'm trying my fucking hardest, but you just
Come
don't
on.
want to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
that was funny. It was like a compliment, but you were like,
yeah, backhanded.
it
almost.
was
Yeah,
really
I
good.
didn't mean to say it like that, but
No,
I,
I
was
get
saying
it.
it's like,
You're just funny.
Yeah, telling me I have nice shoes while you step on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do that to him?
Did I do that? to you?
No.
Oh,
You did
I'm
that
just-
to me.
What?
okay. By accident
Crazy
yesterday,
accusations.
She's like rubbing
here.
her feet all like grinding all the shit on my shoes I'm wearing.
we were eating lunch, and I was trying to tap his feet.
Yeah, I
with
was
my
like-
feet,
I was
but I
like,
was
yo,
like, oh, we
I don't
have
wear these
shoes
shoes, like,
on.
ever.
Yeah, we're playing kick drum over here on Noah's shoes.
Yeah. Well, he was wearing like nice dress shoes too,
And I was
and I
ruining them.
I forgot that he was wearing nice dress shoes because he doesn't normally wear them.
So I normally wear slop, look like shit.
Yeah.
I normally wear
Your
slop.
your 3-year-old Vans.
Oh, yeah, oh,
Oh yeah. Okay.
that's what I'm doing in the boom boom room.
I'm going up to the boom boom room, trying to rip the toilet wall off the wall.
Dude, I
so
already
I can
got an
take it
idea.
up the decker.
I'm bringing a hammer and a chisel. I'm gonna get behind that wall.
Trying to lift this shit.
Dude, I'm just gonna punch a hole through the tile from behind and just shit right through the wall.
Is that the triple decker
Oh,
you
you
were
don't
talking
even want
about
to know what the
earlier?
triple decker
The
entails.
triple decker.
I don't
dude.
think that the mic picked it. It wasn't there for that. The upper decker, triple decker.
Oh, dude, no, I don't think it was.
Okay,
It
let's
you
just
don't
leave
need
it.
yeah.
We're just-
Leave it up to your
It's a
imagination.
secret-
Leave it.
Secret tool
It's
that
a
can be used
secret.
later.
It's a secret.
Okay, back to Vincey's.
Okay, so we're at Binky's, right? And we've
Mhm.
been doing this it's the Eastern Contractors Association catalog book
Yep.
or something.
Whoa,
the
whoa.
yearly
Are you
book.
guys allowed to talk about this, or is this HIPAA?
No, this is
I
not.
know,
We don't
I
do
know.
it. What the
I know.
fuck?
I'm just
I
like
haven't signed
never allowed to
shit.
talk about
I
anything
haven't
specific about my
signed
job
nothing.
because of
I know.
HIPAA.
this job we're doing, this book fucking sucks
Okay.
because it is all handwork, meaning that like so we print out all the pages and then all the
Yeah.
dividers, but we have to coil bind them by hand, and there's 900 of them.
Oh my god.
And we have to hole punch them by hand. So I spent the
Oh.
last like 3 days of my
How
first
many-
week,
How many pages can you hole punch at a time?
5 to 6. and
Damn.
there's around 75 to 80 in a book,
Oh my god, 900 books.
and 900 bucks. I have 97
Do the math.
left.
With
to-
the
How
with
many
the
hole punches
spiral.
can you do in one
Fine.
day?
Oh.
It's about what? It's about a minute a book.
It's no. It's
right?
about 1 minute per piece of the process of the book.
Right. That's
So-
keep going back and forth between it.
Okay.
So right now,
When I got there, when I started this week, the first thing I saw, actually 3 weeks ago when I walked in and talked to Tony for the first time, the first thing I saw was that there's 900 stacks of individually color-coded books on the desk when you walked in. And
Every fucking like every counter, every single table right now covered.
so
Totally covered.
for reference, Vinci's has done this job yearly for 15 years. But it normally comes in January. But the person at the Eastern Contractors Association who does it had some sort of personal crisis or whatever. So they never got around to making and organizing the files to have it sent in until last month. So what normally comes out in January, because this is the 2025 like reference sheet
Yeah.
for contracting work, what normally comes in January is now like 5 months into the calendar. So we're entering our busier season, and we're having to do all the shit by hand. And Tony.
Yeah, you haven't finished like describing the characters yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm describing this book so we can get to Jimmy.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
I got.
I hear a lot of stories about Jimmy.
Oh, you're about to hear a
You'll love
couple
him.
more.
I hear a lot of things Jimmy
I
says.
fucking love Jimmy.
We-
I hate Jimmy.
I
so
think
much.
it might
I
be
fucking hate Jimmy.
for me it might be on site if I see Jimmy, I think.
I don't disagree with that
Oh my
sentiment.
God, I just love Jimmy, but I fucking hate Jimmy.
I
Yeah.
know. Okay, so anyway, there's 900 of these fucking books. I got 97 left to hole punch. It takes about a minute per book to hole punch them. They're in stacks of 10.
Okay.
And then it takes about a minute to, flare them out and then put the divider pages in and stack them up. Those go in stacks of 5. And then Jimmy will do his damnedest to slowly strut over 5 feet to start picking up stacks of books and then complain about it no matter what.
Yeah.
Ji-
No matter what.
Jimmy, Mr. Beast, Jimmy Beast,
Jimmy Beast?
Jimmy Beast. Yeah, dude, 200 million subscribers, and he still works at Binky's.
Oh my
Binting.
God, could you imagine? Noah and I have been
I
watching
took 900 books.
Noah and I have been watching Beast Games on Amazon
Oh,
Prime.
come
It's
on.
actually not too bad.
It's pretty
it's kinda
good.
entertainment.
It's pretty good.
pretty good. Some parts.
There's a lot of drama.
Jimmy Beast. Jimmy Beast with the drama at Vinci's Printing. Jimmy Beast comes around. First of all, I did not say anything to. I don't think I've said hello to him once because you can just tell he's one of those grumpy blue collar guys who, like, just sucks, and he never stops talking about things that you don't care about. He'll say
Yep.
the same 6 things over and over again. Hey, you hear about Kathy Hochul passing the gun bill?
Oh my
That
God.
means you have to take a test to shoot, and then 2 years later, you gotta
Gotta
test
take it
again.
a second
So it's
time.
like living with Noah?
It's like living with Noah, but if he was divorced
Oh God.
and
And alone.
and alone,
Would you
too
turn
long.
would you turn into Jimmy if you went evil?
No, I'd.
No, if you went evil.
he would sooner kill himself.
Yeah,
Okay,
actually,
okay.
probably. I'd
Okay.
probably be. Okay. I
So
don't-
if
yeah.
you went evil, you wouldn't be Jimmy.
No, he would not be Jimmy.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it would not.
He would be
Jimmy.
much worse.
Yeah, probably much worse.
But
Right,
like
thank
on a
you.
universal
Thank you.
evil level.
Okay.
Yeah, not like.
So
in a
so here's the
pathetic,
thing
Oh, true,
about
true.
Noah. Noah's a competent person who's not going to
Yeah.
burn out like that unless
T-
something really, really, really tragic happens, or I guess
Prostate
a
cancer.
series of unfortunate events happens like that. Jimmy's like not super duper.
Yeah. Just kind of
Well-rounded.
spineless.
Yeah,
No, he's not spineless. He's
Yeah.
gonna say exactly. He's
Well, but it's spineless in the sense of like he's just like sad. Like, you know.
I guess. Yeah, that's a way.
Yeah.
of
he won't let.
describing it.
Yeah, he says he's the most happy he's ever been in his life, but
Ooh, poor guy.
I know. He just. I mean, I love the guy, but he just sucks, dude.
yeah,
Jimmy
Yeah.
Beast, like
Jimmy Beast.
Okay, so this guy, what does he do?
he's
at
okay.
Vinci's?
Okay, there's no titles at Vinci's Print.
There's no titles.
There's no
There's
titles.
no
But
titles.
his title is bindery. He's bindery manager.
Bindery manager.
So making booklets, doing whatever. He runs a collator. He's right now he's coil binding.
Yep.
That's his job. Bindery manager. He does some other background stuff. He's also a delivery driver for the company.
Yes. Okay, so he'll come around and do his part of the process, but he'll tell you everything that's going on in his head the whole time, and it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, Jimmy, shut the fuck up. I have an AirPod in. I'm trying to listen to Seven Dust while I do the same monotonous hole punching
Yeah.
400 times today. Like I come in, I don't even have numbers yet. They didn't even take my social security number, so I just walk in and start hole
Yeah,
punching.
bring me on
Oh my
Friday.
God.
Bring me on
Yeah,
Friday.
Oh, whoops! I'm not in on.
I'm not
Friday.
in on Friday.
Cam's
Do it
not
on
getting
Monday.
paid.
Yeah.
Cam's not getting paid.
Dude. When I get to Tony, oh my gosh. So Jimmy comes around and he's like, "Why did you fucking stack the books like that? Just stack them the same way in tens." But so these books, the way that they stack up is that they're weighted on one side because the front and back covers of them are longer than every other page and the dividers. So the dividers get cut. They get printed at the same size as the front and back covers, but they get cut so that they can be those little like in a binder thing, the little pull
Yeah.
tab.
They're die
Yeah.
cut.
There's like-
They're die cut on
Yeah.
the edges, so you'll see them as a little.
So
Yeah.
what happens when you stack them on top of each other is they start to tilt towards the side where there's empty space,
Yeah.
the right side. And so Tony has a conniption about this because we have hundreds of these on one table, stacked 10
Yeah.
high,
hmm
and they're starting to tilt. So he comes in the second day that I'm doing this, and he's like, "Hey, flip those around when you get to 5 so that they even out on the
Oh
side."
yeah, yeah.
And he says it a bit more dramatically than that, but we do it. So I take all of them and I flip them 5 ways, and now they're level on the top. Jimmy comes in when the coils get ordered and they show up. Jimmy comes in, he's like, he'll walk up to you. He'll walk up to me and he'll start whispering. He goes, "I've been doing this, stacking them 10 high the same way for 5 fucking years. This guy's crazy. This guy's got OCD. I hate this guy." And then he'll grab a stack of 10 and then he'll flip them around and then put them on the thing to start coil binding them. But every 5 or 6 binds, he'll stop, walk over, start talking some shit at the
my
table,
God.
and then while he's talking, he'll flip the books around so that they're tilting again. He's like, "What? It just makes it fucking easier for me. What? It just makes it fucking easier for me." I'm like, dude, I don't care
I know,
because
you
this is
don't
your
sign
job.
You don't sign my
Yeah.
paychecks, buddy.
But
That's
if Tony comes in and he has a conniption, I don't want to hear about it because
Right.
you
Yeah.
did this.
yeah,
Because you're right, Jimmy is spineless. Jimmy Beast he doesn't have that beast in him.
No.
So Tony
Jimmy
will,
No Beast.
Jimmy
Jimmy's no beast.
Jimmy Meek, Jimmy
Jimmy
Sheep.
me.
Yeah.
Tony will come in and say, "What the fuck? I told you not to do that." And then
To
Jimmy,
you or to anyone.
to Jimmy,
yeah.
and then Jimmy will go, "Wow, okay, all right,"
Right.
and then come and complain to me. And
Yeah.
Jimmy will-
Well,
In a-
fucking
in a-
asshole.
about
Another
Kind of
whisper.
something that
shit.
he just fucked up. And he's got a machine going. He's got a machine that does the coil binding and it goes, and it just runs all day in the background. Comes up, starts whispering in your ear, "This is some bullshit, man. Why do I have to take an extra step to walk 5 other fucking feet to get?" And then he'll walk back to the machine, and you're now like 10 feet apart from him,
Mhm.
and the machine is going, and he's still whispering.
Oh my God.
He's looking at you.
Yeah.
And he's like
Go ahead and
mouthing.
talk. Yeah, say what Jimmy was
Like,
saying.
yeah, you know how it is. Like little fucking assholes. They don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets a little further away. And he gets further. He's like, "Yeah, you fucking." You know, that's how it is every fucking time. And he starts running his hands and shit. Those fucking Italians.
Oh my God. Wait, so he's Italian too?
Oh, the
He's
most.
Italian. He's
The
Really?
most you
Yeah.
could get.
I've been picturing him as like blonde this
No.
whole
The
time.
most
No.
fucking
Really?
Italian.
He
I
has
was
no
like-
grill. He has
It's
no
like
grill.
blonde, but also like too tan and also blonde is
No.
how I've been picturing him. Like, you know that one guy from Tiger King? Not
He looks like
He
him.
does.
Really?
Actually,
A little
what?
bit.
That's crazy. You just said that. I'm gonna find.
his arms are scary looking. They look like
Arms are
they're
scary.
like
He's buffing the floors
that
before
kinda,
the floors got
like,
buff.
when guys have really veiny arms, but in a way that's like, oh, if you get a paper cut, you're done for.
Okay.
Like your
Yeah,
veins
yeah,
are
he does.
sticking out of
He-
your arm.
he has such a strange physical build. But one thing I'd
Wait,
like to
let me
point
see.
out that the
Is that
one
Jimmy?
thing I'd like to
Those
point
little
out.
windows above the.
Is that Jimmy?
Yeah, it's Jimmy on the other
It's
side of the.
Jimmy
the second-
washing windows.
It's Jimmy above the second those little high windows above the cubicles. And
Why
he's,
do you
he's
have-
washing the ceiling because Tony told him to wash the ceiling. It's dirty
Can you
up
go
there.
back to that video?
Why
of
do
him buffing
you?
the floors?
Why do you have these videos of Jimmy?
Because it's hilarious.
It's really funny.
It's fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
like who are you sending them to?
Oh, my coworker Talia, actually.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's what she does then. She receives these videos.
I wish.
Okay, so something I would like to point out. Can you pause it? Something I would like to point out that the audience listening right now cannot see because this is an audio format. Is there is a very specific and easily pointed out type of evil you can see in somebody with this hairline pattern that he has.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at right now is a video of Jimmy buffing the floors at our job.
I have deja
And-
vu right now.
He's balding, but he has two different types of balding.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got that.
He has a widow's peak.
He's got that receding hairline
He has a-
so high.
He has a receding hairline and a widow's peak, but the widow's peak itself has begun to also recede.
Yeah.
But he also has the bald spot in the back.
So there's two baldings.
Yes, he looks like he has like a stylized M
Yeah.
in his head.
He's
and it's
also
just like
Magneto.
That's-
skinny but fat.
And he's not really.
He's really
no,
not that
that's
fat.
it's the
just a-
shirt.
Oh, it's
That's-
a shirt.
'cause
Okay, I was
that-
gonna
you
say
can tell by the vascularity. in
It's
his arms
giving,
that
like-
he's really skinny.
it's giving like pot belly, but I guess that's just a shirt.
So- Somebody else
it's
has got a pop
Nah,
belly.
it's skinny Jimmy. It's skinny Jimmy.
Skinny Jimmy?
Okay, so that's Jimmy, and he never stops complaining about anything. But we started this.
Is that Don?
That's me, Tony, and Don, and
Wait,
that's
wait.
Jimmy.
I want to see this.
I will.
Okay, because I've never
That's
seen
you.
these people.
That's me.
My Shayla.
There we are. That's Don.
That's
That's
Don.
Tony, and that's Jimmy. And it's how many
Oh.
Italians does it take to change a sign out?
Well, you're out
All
there
of them.
too.
All of them.
All of them.
Thank
If
you.
only your mother was out there, that would be crazy.
You guys don't know anything about changing a sign.
You don't know
Wow,
you
how
don't
many-
know a
how many
damn
times I have
thing.
to tell you
need,
about
you need
changing
some
a sign?
fucking help changing the fucking sign.
Need
I'll
some
try to
fucking
help
help
you to
changing the
fucking
fucking
change.
sign.
And he's walking away. He's like, I don't want to fucking change the sign. To fucking and then yeah, constant machinery moving. Constant.
Oh, it's raining so hard out of nowhere.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that's upsetting.
Oh my god. That's tea.
No, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
loud, too.
That's the Rotterdam flood.
It was like
The
not
Rotterdam
raining,
flood's coming in.
and now it's like I wouldn't
It's
want to be driving on the
very raining.
highway raining.
Yeah, it's very raining right now.
Yo, I think God
Crazy
heard
one.
us bad mouthing Bincy's.
Binky's binting.
Crazy when water fall from the sky.
I love water.
Crazy when butter
Me
fall
too.
from the sky.
Kim's alter ego is just like a vaguely European guy. Oh, Noah, tell Kim about your dream.
Dude, I had a dream that I was in Binghamton, and it was during a Pride event, and you were in drag.
Kim and drag.
Why would you
it was
say
the
Kim and drag.
craziest thing. It was like I was in one of those. You know how in Amsterdam there's those ginormous fucking like 5-story to like 10-story tall empty factory buildings that now are being repurposed for like what are they called? Just like
Luxury apartments.
no, not even like like one will be a doctor's office, the next one will be a fucking
Strip malls?
no, you know like how those factory buildings in Amsterdam
Plaza?
we see them when we pass. I don't know if you've definitely been in Amsterdam. You know where
I was in Amsterdam yesterday. I know what you're talking
you
about.
know like Sticker Mule, like those repurposed
Yes,
buildings are now
yes.
just ginormous factories, but it was like we were in one of those fucking floors and there was like a million fucking Asian people working, and then they all like a bell rang, and it was like, oh, it's time for Pride. So everybody got up and started changing into outfits, and I turn around and you're fucking changing into some shit. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I'm like, I got places to be. I'm sorry. I'll see you later, but I'll get you out of this. And I leave. I go down like the flights of stairs, and then I'm on the ground floor outside, and I'm in like the streets, and it starts getting dark, and it's Pride out, and I'm like, it's getting eerie. So I had to find Aaron at some random ass safe house. Fucking
Tea.
strange as shit. And it was like Binghamton though, but not Amsterdam.
I can confirm that is Binghamton.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
exactly what happens every day.
Fucking
4:30
Pride.
4:30 p.m.
It's around.
the factory
Yeah.
bell rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just all over town, the whole city really. Just
Sounds like a
gets
shit.
gay as fuck.
Bing Paul's drag race.
I think where you guys live is way nicer. I like your.
Yeah, I live like in
Chenega-
the
Chenega-
well, don't fucking
Wait,
dox
hey,
me,
hey,
bro.
Yo,
Don't
watch the N-word on
dox
that.
me.
Watch the
Kachiga,
N-word on that.
Kachiga,
Kachiga.
Kachiga.
Don't dox me on the podcast.
Who?
Huh?
Yo, what's up, my Binga?
Bigger
Binger is our word. You
Binger.
can say Binga.
Hell yeah.
bangers.
I can say it. I'm
Bangers
from
and
there.
mash.
All right,
Bangers and mash.
back to Vinci.
Binsies.
Okay, so we're doing this fucking job,
Yeah.
and that's what we've been doing for the last like 3 days straight, right? Because we're almost done. Like relatively, we're almost done. But before that,
We'll
I
be
started
done next week.
Noah started
Nice.
training me in the first couple days on the printers and the card cutters and all this shit. And Tony is such a guy, man. Tony is like one of the most default Rotterdam Italian guys I've ever seen, and he's just like so. It's hard to describe because I love him and I don't want to sound like I don't like him, but there's like no talking to him. He's one of those guys who just, when he slowly develops a thought, he will say it, and he has no other script prepared if you say something he's not expecting.
Yeah.
So
he just stops for a second?
He just stops, and you can't.
Okay.
And then if you say something,
Or he'll get upset.
or if you ask a question,
Yeah, he'll be like, why are you
you
fucking
can
asking
see the
this?
gears turning in his head.
Like my dog.
Yes.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
a lot like your dog.
Okay.
If your dog was an old Italian man.
She kind of is.
Yeah. Kind of. So he just wants to say things once he decides that he has a thought about it. Like the first day I was there, I was on the card cutter, right? I was helping you. I was just watching one of the jobs while we were multitasking, doing something else. So this card cutter, the way it works is you just pull this magnet back and you line up all your things, and they have little marks on them that when you print them out, and then you just make sure that they're snug in there, and it'll auto feed and start cutting them out the way that they want, and they come out the other side, and you just put them in piles, put them in a box. It's pretty simple stuff, right?
Yeah.
And getting them snug into the feeder is not hard either. You just push them in there, and you lock a magnet behind it. And I'd done it successfully, might I add, already a few times. But Tony will he just comes in and he decides he wants to teach me something or talk to me, quote unquote. So he's like, "Hey, bud, come here." And I'm like, I'm already at the thing.
Yeah.
He walks over. He's like, "Hey, come here."
Yeah.
So
you're
he walks
both
over
already there.
He walks to where I am and tells me to come here and look at the thing that I already did. He's like, "You got to make sure that these prints are snug in here." He's like, "You got to make sure that they're pushed all the way in there, that the magnet's that's got them." And I'm about to start the thing, and I'm like, I touch it, and I'm like, "This won't move because it's already as far as it'll go." And he looks at me dead in my face, and he goes, "You're all right."
Like he was trying to show you something that you're doing wrong, essentially. It's like, how much more further can I push this thing?
He was going out of his way to try to be my boss, which I appreciate because I can tell that he is trying to show me something.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's like, dude,
What
you
more
can
can
just
I do?
you can just abandon the script right now because
Yeah.
you don't have anything to say. I completely get if I was doing something wrong, you would
Right,
want to come
right.
over and say your piece and not be upended about it. I completely respect that. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, check this shit out."
Yeah. But look at this.
But look at this.
Think about this one.
Yeah, Tony has his ways. He likes things to be done his way. His grandfather started the business in the 60s. So he's just
Yeah, he's been in the industry since he got shot out the womb.
it's that third gen nepotism of because I'm attached to this, it is
Because
done
I
my
have
way.
to. Yeah.
So he does do some things that are
Definitely.
Jimmy Beast is right sometimes. He's like, "Why are we fucking doing it this way?" But not it's not absurd. It doesn't you're not taking 4 right turns to continue going straight. It's just
Yeah.
swerve over the pothole a little bit. It adds 2 seconds to
Right.
whatever the
Mhm.
process
True.
is.
That's true.
Um,
I'd say a job that just happened is it was just a simple. Okay, so there's cracking when you fold the job when there's complete toner coverage. So what I mean by that is, let's just say you have an 8.5 or 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. The whole thing's covered in toner, and you fold it in half. Right now it's a 5.5, 8.5.
Yep.
You're gonna get cracked, right,
Yeah.
on the toner because it's just how it is. So we have Jimmy taking the whole job for one of these brochures that we have, and he begins folding it on the machinery. So it's going real loud. It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
The
That shit-
G.
Dude, it's super loud.
He turns a machine on in the back and it goes.
Yeah. It's so loud. It's like a fucking transformer. So he has
Whoa.
it folding, and the first 10 or 15 come out. Tony has to check Jim's work because Jim can't be trusted to have his own work by himself.
Well,
He looks-
with good reason.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
This is a bad example because Jimmy will actively do things quote his way or
that he
wrong.
knows is already going to be shit on.
Yes.
all the time.
But he's seniored and he's tenured, and it's like nobody else is doing his job, so it's
Yeah.
not like he can just
He's
be
got
fired.
job security.
He's got
because
job sec-
nobody else, he won't teach anybody how to do it.
Exactly.
Dude, the whole first week that you were working there, he kept looking at me like, "Who's this guy think he is? Who does he? Yo, I think he's replacing you." Talking to me, right?
my
He's
God.
like, I think he's gonna take your job away. And I'm like thinking in my head like, no, that's fucking hilarious though. And I like go over to him every chance I had, and I was like, "Yo, Tony's gonna show him how to use the folder. He's gonna show him how to collate those books on that machinery over there." And he's like, "Yeah, right. Nobody knows how to use it except me." I was like, "Shit." I think he knew through it, but like, I kept saying that to him. And then remember when he came by you all the time and he was asking you all these weird questions?
Oh yeah.
That's why. I think it's because I said that to him. So he started asking you all this shit. Started talking to you.
Before any of that, though, on my first day, I'm putting these books together. It's like, okay, I've done some of the printing training. I've done some of the card cutting training. I know how to fold shit, put it away. He's like, okay, start putting some of the books together because he wants me to get on the book job. Tony does. And Jimmy's going around. I think he comes back from lunch and he's like, so you was in school. What did you do? I'm like, graphic design.
We already went through this.
Yeah, we already did. I went through it with Tony, but now I have to do it with Jimmy.
Oh, you're doing it with Jimmy
I'm
now?
doing it with
Okay,
Jimmy.
okay. I
And I'm like,
spaced out for
graphic design. And
Yeah.
He's like, graphic design, huh? You know what that is? That's dead. Dead industry.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Well,
No, he's completely
he's
wrong.
completely wrong because we work in a company
Well,
with 7 people and 3 of them are graphic designers. So
I mean,
not
it's
wrong.
Almost.
it's dying
Yeah.
because it's being upended in our technocracy.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be completely irrelevant in 5 years. It's just
No.
gonna change its form.
Yeah.
But he looks at me and he goes, "That industry, you know where you can make some real money?"
Oh God.
And
where?
he points to Noah's printer and he's like, "Those fucking things, fixing those things." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, then why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Why are you here? You know where you can make some real fucking money? CDTA, bus driving.
Public transportation, dude.
Capital District Transportation
Oh my
Association
God.
busing. Get your B license and become a bus tech. They always got those things running. Endless work.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, dude, Jimmy,
Go
why
do it
go
yourself.
do it?
Do it, Jimmy.
Yo, I was
Hey,
in the
but
same
no, but
shit.
then he's like, before I can even say anything, he's like, I'm 50 fucking years old. Who's gonna hire me?
Literally anybody.
Yeah.
Guy's an
Anybody.
independent contractor and mechanic. He could go get this job.
He could do
Yeah.
anything
He's
really
qualified
good
for it, but he wants to sit around here and complain.
Oh my God.
And he's just like,
and cause issues.
my
Yeah.
first day, by the way, I've been in this building for 4 hours total. And he's like, you should get a different job.
He feels threatened.
He does. That's why I
Yeah.
was telling him. I was like,
That's
I feel
so
like I don't know if it's because I said that to him.
I love that you
And then
guys
he
are playing
goes-
mind games with
Oh,
your
dude.
coworkers.
Oh wait.
I
Yo,
love
they don't
it.
know bits. They don't know bits.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's the best. Oh,
it's so, okay. It's so funny because Jimmy, I don't think it's his generation. I think it's just him. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you think like, okay, an old guy will not get this style of humor because they didn't grow up with it, and so
Yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
elasticity in their brains not
Yeah.
there. This guy just doesn't have humor at all. Jimmy's idea of a joke is telling you something that happened and then doing like a mocking version of the other person who's not him. And
yeah.
he
every
goes,
time.
every single time Jimmy tells a story,
Which is essentially what we're doing.
which is essentially what we're
right
doing,
now. Yeah.
he Jimmy Beast will include, he has to make reference to when he's talking.
Oh, okay.
You cannot infer. You're not allowed to try and infer.
I love
anything.
that.
He's like, the lady refused to pay me for the toilet I put in for the shitter I put in her house. So I said, and you could do a drinking game on this in like a 5-minute conversation. You could be wasted on Howlerhead, like just counting the amount of times he goes. So I says. So I'm like. So I said.
So I was telling you, and this I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody asks for this, by the way.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he just goes on.
he just goes
He just
on and
goes
on and
on.
I
on.
love
He
this.
told
He
he
didn't
told
say
a
word to
story.
him, He's tired. He tells.
He told a story on Tuesday about how he put a chimney into somebody's house. Which is like, first of all, are you building houses from scratch? 'Cause that's like
What?
a brick chimney is something that
That's
goes in
complex as
foundation.
shit,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
But he's like, and I paid for the parts, but I knew they wasn't going to pay me that
The
day.
parts.
We
Every brick. Yo, listen to this. You're gonna love this.
So I pays for the parts, and so I says, I know you're not gonna pay me, but I'll do it anyway. So I does it anyway. I put the thing in. I put the whole thing in, and then I took a sheet of glass, and I sabotaged the chimney. So I knew that they're gonna have trouble. So okay, you're not gonna pay me today. So I says, you're not gonna pay me today, but you're gonna call me tomorrow.
And they're like, why am I gonna call you tomorrow?
And he goes. So I says, you'll see. So they try to use the chimney. I leave. They call me up the next day. They said, hey, what'd you do to my chimney? You smoked out my house. I'm like, well, you owe me $250. So I comes back, and he walks up to me, and he starts whispering again. He says, so I comes back, and I said, you got the money for me? And they gives me the money. So I said, I'll be right back. And I go up onto their roof, and I take a rock, and I drop it down the chimney. And I looks down the chimney, and I says to him, fixed.
And that rock plummets through, smashes the window pane that he installed into their chimney
Oh
to
my
smoke
God.
out because they lit a fucking fire in their house, and all that smoke barreled into their fucking living room.
This man,
that's how I
instead
made
of
$400.
instead of asking for the money that he is rightfully due for doing a job,
Signed contract, by the way.
he said, I'm going to build a Looney Tunes contraption.
I'm gonna build a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yes. And when I perplex them,
This is
I
why
will
I
come
call him
back.
Jimmy Beast, because it's like
Oh my
absurd.
God.
It's like absurd antics like this.
So you guys are getting paid to listen to people's antics?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what
Dude,
you
I love
get paid
that.
for.
Yeah, we're like the work we do, like
It's meaningless.
it's not
It's
that
not meaningless,
It's
right.
like it's automated, right?
Yeah, everything.
So
Yeah.
it involves a lot of machinery that doesn't need hands-on once it starts going until
no,
it's
it
done.
So this is the work that you text me from, and you're like, I can't do it anymore. I can't take this. And it's just Jimmy being like, so I says to him.
So I says,
So I says, you're not gonna pay me for the cement for all the concrete pads I just put in your front yard?
the thing. Okay, so Jimmy's not really taught, minus that like heckling bit about the get a different job on my first day. Jimmy doesn't really talk to me, but I get to observe Jimmy talking to Noah all the fucking time. Noah
Does he love you?
He likes me, but
He's in love with you?
I think it's like a both, like we fucking hate each other, but we put up with each other, but we work with each. You know what I mean?
Noah has on Friday was just sitting down at the desk putting the books together, and this fucking guy's like every 10 seconds is just turning around and just starts saying something to him, and I can see. I look at Noah and I just start smiling because he starts doing a bit.
Oh
But
yeah,
Jimmy-
because we we'll fucking do shit, and then nobody picks up on it. It's
Yeah.
just us.
So I look at him and instantly, the
know.
Bluetooth device has paired successfully, and we know that we're about to start doing a bit because we have humor like that. Jimmy doesn't understand what a bit is.
Oh, good.
Jimmy Beast
Yeah.
is like, you can start.
He's bitless.
He's bitless.
Oh.
His bit rate, Jimmy Beast's bit rate is 0.
Oh, man.
0 bits per second.
No.
And so, okay, on Tuesday or Wednesday, somebody came in to like buff the floors, and that was its own story. But
Jimmy wasn't doing it?
No.
No. Tony paid special top dollar for this strange man to come in with his high power buffer, and he starts breaking shit. But
we had moved everything off of the tile floor onto the printer floor, so nobody could move. There was one egress path, and they were supposed to come the night prior between the days when we worked, and they're like, "Sorry, I'm at the Verizon store in Clifton Park. I can't." So he comes during the middle of our workday, and he's got like a scratcher pad on the thing because the wax that he put down to buff the floor with was placed like 2 weeks prior. So
2 weeks prior before you even
the
first time, which was a month ago.
At this point.
So yeah, it's been like a month and a half, and all this wax is just sat.
It's just completely dried up.
Yeah.
And it's the way that this stuff works is you're not supposed to let it sit like that. You have to buff it out.
Yeah.
If it dries, it's gonna compress itself, and so it starts pulling the tiles up off the ground. But this guy has a scratch pad on. It's not like a buffing pad. So it starts pulling at the air gaps in the thing. So Tony's like, stop, no more of this, because he pulled a full tile off the ground.
Oh
Yo,
my god.
Tony's got OCD too, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gotta look perfect.
Yeah,
And now there's like a tile that's totally different color compared to the rest in the
Oh,
floor.
man.
So it's
it's not a totally different color. What it is that the rest of the tiles have been buffed and walked over and have their natural resting color, and they've been under fluorescent lighting.
Mhm.
This is a spare tile of the same set that's
Freshy.
been in a dark closet for like 15 years. So it
yeah.
has a different color tone to it because it
Yeah.
hasn't been exposed to light and dirt
It's
and all
not
that
faded
stuff.
yet.
Which like no one would notice normally if you're not like
us.
an art person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All we do is color
we
correct.
will have
Oh,
these
yeah.
like we'll print something, me and Noah will, and we'll have these like 5-minute arguments about like, is that a like one different hex point off?
Oh yeah.
It
so
really is
yeah.
like
we
that, yeah.
we in the office can all see it.
Yeah.
So it's really fucking
We're
annoying.
trained. We got those trained
Oh,
eyes.
We got this train.
I have a BFA in painting. Where do we get it?
Where do we understand this
Where do we
stuff?
understand how color works?
I know what colors are.
Yo, back to the bit. All right. So this guy with the
Okay,
scratch
yeah,
pad
Jimmy.
comes in,
Yep.
right? And behind him, we're looking outside the side door that faces out towards the parking lot. All our cars are out there. Everybody, all the customers are out there when they come in for their new shit, right? And we see this little guy running
There's a
around
dog.
outside. Yeah, he's a really
A
cute
puppy?
dog.
It's a dog. It's
Yeah,
a cute dog.
And he was just chilling and oh, sorry, my bad. What, this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. So we had like a what? I don't even know what kind. It was like a basset. Something.
It's like a beagle
Yeah, it
basset
was the
hound.
cutest
It was a
little
cute guy.
You didn't steal it?
No,
You
he
should've.
came in. He did come in the office for a second.
You
and
should have
I
stolen it.
forgot how I started it. Damn.
Anyway, so this fucking guy comes in with his dog. Actually, he doesn't. He's the
He's
guy.
outside, right?
He's
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
So the guy who's here to buff the floors, he comes in with a truck that he's transporting the floor buffer. By the way, the back of the truck loaded with trees,
Yeah.
like
Trees?
Like taller, like so many trees. It was
like a bunch of cut down trees, like
like, I don't know
bigger
what that man's doing.
bigger than the truck itself, and they're all just like Final Destination wrapped in there.
Huh.
And he just lets his dog out. So the dog's just running around. It comes inside the shop and runs around outside. So Noah looks at me and we see the dog and we're like, "Oh, that's a good guy. That's
Yeah.
one of the boys. One of
Yeah,
the good
yeah.
old boys." And then we look at Jimmy and Jimmy's like, "What?
Yeah.
What the fuck
What
are
are
you
you
talking
saying?
about?
What are you fucking
What are you
saying?
saying?" And he sees the dog,
It-
but he still looks at Noah and he's like, "What? What the fuck is he saying?
Why? Yeah. Why
What
are you talking
about?"
like that?
So now we're going. I'm like, one of the boys, one of the
One
good old boys.
One
Hey,
of
that's
the
one of the
boys.
that's
The
one of the good
boys right
ones.
there. That's
Yeah.
the good ones.
That's one of the good
good
ones.
one.
He's like, fuck.
I got a straight.
Ah,
I got
fuck.
I got as straight of a face that I can keep when I'm trying to fuck with people, but like
Yeah.
I'm always cracking a smile underneath it. But like I'm like, yeah, one of the good boys. That's one of the good ones right there. Right there is a good one. And then he's just looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Oh my
All
God.
this is to say that like without me there, I can see where this would drive Noah crazy
Oh,
because there's
yeah.
no humor to be
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than like the incidental craziness of other people that you have to be a fly on the wall
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
better now that I'm there because we can go
Definitely.
back and forth on this shit and talk about it and laugh about it. But these people are just ridiculous.
It's like dry.
It's so dry.
It's just
Oh, I
dry.
bet, yeah.
Really tough dry.
But Tony was like on Tuesday. He was like, "So I need your social security number. I need your full name written out, and I need all of your claims. I need all of your tax deductions on a piece of paper for Friday. And we're gonna back
Scrap piece of paper.
on a scrap piece of paper for Friday, and we're gonna backlog your payroll. But by the way, do you know that payroll's a week behind? So we'll be back by."
Yeah, like every
like
job
every single
ever.
job. I didn't expect to get paid this Friday, my first week. But he tells me, have that ready on Friday. Thursday afternoon comes around. He's like, I'm not going to be here on Friday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we do our morning meet. We do a meeting every morning, and he calls in for the meeting. So we're all sitting around a desk phone he's going, Donna, you there? Talia, you there? Noah, books and books and books and books. No prints today. I just want books. And you're going to help Cameron there. Cameron, are you there? Yeah, I'm there, Tone. I'm here. You know how to do books?
Yes, Tony.
Yes, Tony. I've been doing books for 3 days. Good. That's what I like to hear. More books. So he's not there on Friday, and he's like, we get through the meeting, and he's like, any questions for me? You can always call me. And I'm like, hey, before we go, Tony, what's up with my payroll and my Social Security situation?
Yeah, on
He's like,
speakerphone with Tony.
you're on speakerphone with Tony. And he's like, we'll do it Monday. We roll payroll Monday.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
like,
You're
Tony,
never gonna get paid.
Tony, Monday is Memorial Day.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna
We're
be
not
there
even
on
gonna be
Monday.
there tomorrow. And he's like, we'll do it Tuesday.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, okay,
Oh my-
whatever.
Oh, man.
His
Man.
wife is the HR person, by the way.
Yeah.
But she comes in for like 2 hours every other day. And she wasn't there on Friday. So I couldn't even give her
Yeah.
my information.
Yeah, she'll
It's
never
so
be there.
funny.
Yo, if Tony's not coming in, you'll never see her.
Yeah, exactly.
Lori.
Yo, she works 40-hour
Lori.
weeks, but only comes in for 2 days for 6-hour shifts.
40-hour weeks. The math.
The math ain't math.
The math. There's time dilation in her office.
Yeah. She's actually working overtime.
Yeah.
She's working really hard back there,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
guys just can't
cooking
tell.
the books back there,
Yeah,
HR cooking
yeah.
the books. Yo,
Yeah.
you know Tony's sleeping with the book lady, the bookkeeper, right? You know that they're sleeping together, right? You know they're sleeping together.
Yeah, her office has 3.3 repeating times time dilation.
Oh my god.
So it's 6 hours actually is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
makes sense to
Inside of
me.
that office just for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
man.
gets a lot done in there.
I think
Oh, I
so. Crazy.
And that's our first week at Bincy's Binting.
First
Binting,
fucking week.
binting.
Many more to come.
Dude, Binky's Binting is so funny.
Binky.
Binky.
Binky's Binting.
Binkies.
I
Lord.
love $16 an hour. I love it.
Yeah.
16?
I'm on probation right now.
Oh.
I'm on the starting
Until
pay.
he gets his social security number and the
Yeah,
deductions
yeah,
and his
yeah.
first
Well,
and
yeah,
his
right now
government
you're
name.
technically making $0 an hour
technically you ain't even on
I
the
because
have
books yet.
backlogs for 40 hours. I did a 40-hour week. Or 38 because we
Yeah.
had 2 hours off on
He'll
Friday.
he'll probably bump it up because he like I swear he looks at the time clock and just be like 40. Everybody.
It's fine by me. I'm excited for the rest of this. I'm excited to see how it goes once we're actually working on the machines when we're done with
Yeah.
these stupid books.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like what's gonna happen eventually is once we're done doing most of this stuff, it's gonna be like there's 2 large format or large presses that we use, digital presses, and I feel like it'll just be me and you split between them, and we'll be jumping jobs through that. Like it'll be really nice. And I think it's gonna go so well. I feel like there's nothing I've really missed. I guess one of the few things is like last day that Thursday when he was there, he was getting all pissy because he was we weren't running enough overs, but it's he keeps cutting so much shit and he throws out half of them.
So Tony works on the cutter almost
Yeah.
exclusively.
I've
Nobody
heard that.
can use the cutter
yeah,
except
nobody's allowed to use
Jim
it.
and kind of down time.
Yeah. Well, everybody's trained to, but it's Tony's thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he sits there at the cutter, and he's like, "There better not be any fucking work for me today." Excuse my French. Sorry, I'm trying not to swear anymore. He says, as he swears 4 times a day anyway. And he's like, "There better not be any work for me at this damn cutter." And then he sits at the cutter for 5 hours straight. But like, we run. Okay, so for a job of like, let's just say 100, we'll run like a couple test copies to make sure the colors are right. So that's +1 whenever we get the right one. And then
10 over.
10,
10 to
15
15
over to see if they're folding or creasing or anything
Yeah.
when they come out in larger numbers. And if they're not, those are our overs. Those are the extra ones in case something happens.
Yeah.
So we'll run 111, 116 on a job of 100. But somehow, Tony will throw away,
like 10, 20.
yeah.
Like I don't know. Like what he should be doing is sometimes he'll even ask for a cut sheet, which is just like a blank sheet of the same stock or a thicker stock that he throws underneath. So when he cuts it, it doesn't you'll get frayed edges. You'll get a rough edge, he calls it, and that you'll see it. And I definitely can understand what he's talking about. But then he'll throw out like too many sheets, thinking that they're all bad, and it's like these people aren't giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting a flyer, they ain't giving a shit. They're gonna hand them out or something, or leave them on the front counter. And, nobody gives a shit.
If you order over 100 of something from a printing company, you're not counting that out by hand.
Right.
So it's like they don't give a shit as long as the general quality is the same all around.
yeah.
So you can get like, 99 instead of 100. It doesn't
Right,
affect the
yeah.
price like that.
sometimes there's
can-
some jobs like that'll be numbered, that you do have to have the exact amount, and you'll need a full set, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're getting they'll have contract, right? And it'll be like 500 starting number, and then to fucking 599 or 600 will be the end number, right? So you'll need that full set. That'll be numbered, so you can't fucking fudge that. So
Yeah.
you'll run for your test sheets for that shit, you'll just run like sheets 1 through 5 or 1 through 20 or something. Get the color right to make sure it's creased, not creasing and stuff, and then you'll run the whole job, and then he'll cut on top of those.
Hmm.
I hope that made sense.
But
Yeah.
he's just so paranoid and pissy about everything that like
Yeah.
we can do an appropriate amount of extras to the point where it wouldn't be necessary at all to even have them if the cut is correct.
Yeah.
But he gets so paranoid about each individual set of cuts he does that he's throwing out like 1 out of every 20. So you print 120, you still get 95 somehow.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad at us.
Saying we didn't print enough. You gotta print more. It's like,
But if
you print more, it costs some money.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're costing me money. So if I print 150 on a job of 100,
Yeah.
and you only throw away 30, and now we have 120,
It's like,
you're wasting me money.
Yeah, you're wasting me money. SpongeBob, me boy.
Mr.
Sponge
Krabs.
boy, me Bob, you're
Yeah,
wasting me money. Me $1,000,000.
I fucking love it. Dude.
You cut my $1,000,000.
Every time I'm in there, I feel like it's like SpongeBob, and he's like, "You're not talking about this or this. You're talking about this." That's literally what it is. It's so stupid.
No, it's one of those things where it's like you can't.
You can't win,
If
but that's why we just
Um,
shut up and I just keep doing it. I'm
if
just like, sorry, boss.
Vincey's was SpongeBob, obviously Tony is Mr. Krabs.
Yes,
Who's who? Like
Jimmy's Squidward.
okay.
Jimmy has to be Squidward. 100%.
Okay, who?
Yeah. of
What are the
course.
other ones?
Well, there's not enough There's not enough people to Krusty Krab to work.
Well,
for
just
all of them.
other people in
Other
SpongeBob.
characters.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
Yo,
Plankton.
Sandy Cheeks is Talia.
Rosy Cheeks.
Yeah, Rosie Cheeks.
Who's Rory?
Gary.
Yeah.
Is she Gary?
Who's Don?
Larry? No, Larry's buff. Bubble? No.
Bubble
Bass.
Buddy. I don't know.
Don is Squilliam. Squilliam Fancyson.
I feel like that's Rory.
Because Don can do everything in the back.
Yeah, and he's
And-
pretty good
and
too.
he's pretty good
but he gets
at
shit
it.
on every single time.
But
every time.
he has this like he can jab with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Don's a good guy. I would prefer to have Don in the back
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he knows what a bit is.
Yeah.
He doesn't complain about everything. He's competent at his job.
Yeah.
But we just need somebody doing graphic design and taking the phones up front at that desk spot. So he's in the front.
Yeah.
But he's like a not well off, but he's like a well-rounded guy, making probably a decent amount of money there, supporting his family and stuff, doing the same thing. But he's like, if he was in the back, he would be what Jimmy is, but better.
Yep. And never
okay.
try everywhere.
So the same way that Squilliam is whatever Squilliam
yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And I'm
Lori's like Mrs. Puff.
Lori is like Mrs. Puff, yeah.
Who is like the Plankton then? Like, who do you guys beef with?
A rival print company.
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to be Plankton before I worked there because I would sit at Stewart's and look at
Yeah.
the desk.
I told Don about.
You just are Plankton.
I might just be
Yeah, you
Plankton.
might.
Yeah.
Well, one of us is SpongeBob and one of us is Patrick now.
Oh,
Maybe,
who's who?
maybe I'm SpongeBob.
Yeah, you are
Maybe.
working there full time. Cam's
didn't
only
have a
there
job.
sometimes.
Okay.
I didn't
to
have a
think.
job before this. Well, I
Yeah.
did have a job. I just barely worked.
Cam was just living under a rock.
I was just living under a rock. Little did I know.
You know what you
Did I
should be
know.
invested in?
Snap-on tools. I can't even get on the
I
truck.
can't even get on the truck. I borrowed a Snap-on tool and I busted it.
I looked at my friend Bobby. I said, Bobby, I just snapped your fucking
Snap-on, bro.
I just snapped your Snap-on in half.
Oh my
I
god.
snapped
Good
you
thing there's a
off.
lifetime warranty on that. Yo, yeah. Well,
So
Talks about his kid's accident.
so Jimmy
Fucking asshole, fucking driving around his motorcycle.
Jimmy is the father of someone we went to school with,
Yes.
and his kid
It's just like fucking.
is just like him, but he's our
Really?
age.
but
He
Jim,
sucks.
James, or
James. They're both named James.
Oh,
We
Yes,
call
they
the
are.
dad Jimmy.
yeah,
that feels backwards.
I know.
Like the
Oh, right.
son
Jimmy's
should be
like a
called
junior almost.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jimmy's like a kid name.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like if Jimmy got the
Jim.
name when he was a kid,
Yeah.
He got the nickname for being a kid. He kind of just runs with it. Names his son after himself, and then they can split. One can have the formal name, and one can have the
True.
nickname. But
The what?
the nickname, George Droid, 5 years sober, 5 years software.
No comment.
To the moon.
Nigga chain to the moon.
I can't print.
I can't print.
No comment.
I can't print. I can't comment.
I can't
I
comment.
can't comment.
Oh.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited to work there for
the
the
next
next 3 years.
5 years of your
Yeah.
life, 10 years, 20 years, 30. Then you're Jimmy.
I could stay there for 5 years and just have graphic designer on my resume so that I can have the 5 years industry experience.
Oh,
somewhere
easy.
Oh,
else.
yeah.
Easy. That's so
I'm-
fucking easy.
This is a way
You're
better
gonna
spot.
dude. You're gonna touch every single thing in that fucking building, and, like including the shitters.
Ew.
Congratulations.
Hey, go sweep the bugs out from under there. And
Go
then
sweep the
fuck
fucking
out.
bugs from underneath the fucking toilet. Then mop the floor. But don't walk on the mop floor. Yo, why you walking on the mop floor, you fucking asshole?
Here's a toothbrush. Go clean the shitter.
Oh my god.
I want you to scrub the inside of the bowl
Dude,
with this toothbrush.
I kid you fucking not, dude. When Tone's there and you're mopping or if you're cleaning, he's got OCD. So, change that bucket out like 10 times to do 2 floors. Right?
But don't take a step on the thing you
But
just
don't-
mopped.
Yeah, you
to
gotta
go-
mop yourself out of there.
Yeah.
You gotta mop yourself to the exit door. You gotta, yo,
Or-
and if you're mopping the bathrooms, hit around that toilet 3-4 times. Then do a second time to make sure it's really clean. No, there's no piss flakes on the ground. That's what he says.
Noah's really like been
No
moving
piss
around.
flakes.
There's no little piss droplets on the ground. No shit flakes everywhere. You know what I mean?
Ew.
Dude,
Ew.
Jimmy
Ew.
complains
Yeah.
about Tony complaining.
Ew.
I love that.
Saying, like, he's like Alan from Smiling Friends, like dirty brown water. And it's just like, there's
Yeah.
the mop buckets, they never get dirty. I mopped one of the floors on Friday before we left, and the water did not change color at all. Like, it was relatively clean
Yeah.
the whole time, and I got like
Yeah.
100 square feet.
Sometimes it'll be
Probably more.
worse than others. Wintertime and shit, obviously. Right?
Yeah, when we're tracking mud
mud
and
and snow.
shit,
and,
and
yeah, obviously.
I get that can be worse, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, what Jim will always say, we don't have to mop every single week, but religiously we will mop every single week. We will vacuum every single week, always on Friday.
you know what
Clean up.
sucks? And when Tony's not there and we don't have to worry about his OCD and we can just mop the floors, Jimmy still will come over
And
and
do it.
complain
Yeah.
about Tony and do an impersonation of Tony and what he would say, even though he's not there. So I can't even relax and just like do my job.
Oh my god.
Just shut the fuck up, Jim Bob.
Jim
Dude,
Jim
you're
Bob
trying to
Joe.
fucking beast on me right now, but you don't got that beast in you.
You don't be
Shut
beasting.
the fuck
Jimmy
up.
no beast.
Jimmy bit, bro. Jimmy no
Jimmy
bit.
Jimmy no beast, no
They
bit.
call him Skinny Jimmy No Bit.
No bit Jim.
I just
Damn.
snapped your fucking screwdriver
I
head.
just- yeah, he works every Saturday. He's gonna work. He works at the garage. He says, and all he does is brag about how he could drink the whole time while he's working on people's cars
Yeah.
as a licensed mechanic. That's fucking crazy to
I
me.
sucked down 4 Bacardi and Cokes in an hour, and then I hopped in my truck. I got the windows down. It's the middle of winter. I got my head out like a dog. Tony calls me. He says, "You good to drive home? You had a lot to drink, Jim." I said, "Tony, shut the." I says to him,
Don't tell me how
I
to live
says,
my
Tony,
life.
"Tony, I drank way more than this in front of you, and I've been made home as many times as I wanted. So you leave me alone."
Poor guy.
I'm lucky a Rotterdam police officer didn't stop me because I was really drunk.
He's never admitted that shit too. He's never
That's
like,
like
oh, I'm
that's
too drunk
every
to
that's the
drive."
essence of every Jimmy story is that like somebody else did something and I've never done anything wrong.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
the best part of it
Yeah.
is that he's never at fault for anything.
love
Fucking he's telling us about this other job he did when he's doing this dude's path in
Mhm.
front of his house. And he's like, "You're not gonna pay me? I just put in 5 slabs of concrete with the quick mix. You're not gonna give me the money? Oh, it's my concrete. I'm gonna." He pulls out a jackhammer. He starts fucking destroying.
So I
the
says, the concrete belongs to me then.
fucking,
My
Go
concrete.
ahead. Go ahead, call the cops. I got the contract right here. Go ahead. So they call the cops, and I know every cop in the town.
Oh my
So
god.
they comes over. So they
They're on
comes
my
over. And I
payroll.
said, they're on my payroll. So I says to him, "You want to know how to make some real fucking money? Be a cop on my dime."
Oh my
So
god.
I says to him, "I got the contract right here, and you know what? It's mine. I think I'm gonna leave it here tonight. Don't touch my fucking concrete that I
on your property. Don't touch my concrete on your
or
property.
I'll sue you."
Oh my god.
Jim doesn't know the first thing about law.
I was
okay?
gonna
Let's
say,
be
is he
honest.
litigious?
Not
or...
a single bit. Not
Oh,
a
okay.
single bit.
I just installed the shitter in these people's houses, and if they don't pay me, I got dynamite in my back pocket. I'm gonna upper decker them with dynamite.
I'd be putting a pressure cooker bomb inside their fucking toilet, and if they take a seat on that and they cop a squat, they're gonna be launched right through the ceiling.
I rerouted their water line to connect to a lightning rod on the top of their house. If they try to sit down on it when it's raining, they'll get struck with the wrath of God.
Oh man, damn. Oh, why is it so funny, dude? It's because
Please.
it's funny because it's true.
Can I please infiltrate Bincy's?
I told Aaron it would be funny if if you came in and you come in and you don't know any of us, right? None of us.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, is Jim working here? Oh, I haven't seen Jim in a while. Is Jim still here? Does he still work here?" And he's like, yeah, of course he does. Don's saying that to him because Don's always trying to be a great guy. "Oh, can you go grab him? I haven't seen him forever." And Jim comes up, "Bro, who's here? Who's here? Who's asking for me?"
What?
And then it's just
Who's
looking.
asking
You're
for
just looking at him, and he's looking at you. And you're like, and then you're like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Who's
And you just
that?
leave. And you're like, I don't know who that is.
And then
And you leave.
do it again the next day.
Come and ask
yo,
for
I-
everybody by name.
Yeah.
Yo, is there a camera that works here? Is there a camera that works?
Hey,
That'd be funny. Oh man.
hey,
Who's that? Who's asking for me?
is there? I heard there was a Tony that worked here.
Yeah, is Tony still working? That's all I
Sorry?
gotta say is,
Who's
does Tony
asking?
still work here?
May I ask who's asking? May I ask who's asking?
Your mom.
Yo, remember when you were on the phone? Didn't you call in and Rory
Dude,
picked up?
I think it was Rory.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I didn't make a good enough note of her voice to.
Well, did it
Be
sound
able
like
to
a
discern.
grandma?
No.
Bro,
You
she's
guys
dead.
didn't describe Rory.
Okay, so Rory is like she's like a. I don't want to. This is gonna.
Okay,
sound,
wait. Can I tell you what I think she looks
Yeah.
like?
What
in
do
my
you
head?
think she looks like?
I think she has red hair and she has braids, kind of like the Wendy's girl, but also like micro bangs and like glasses.
She's got a wolf cut.
You are not far off.
Okay.
She has this.
Is she like a little chubby?
No,
she's like.
skin.
She's
Oh,
skinny,
really?
Yeah, she's skinny.
She has
I
like
thought
she
a
has
little
like
chubby.
strawberry blonde, like an auburnish blonde red hair a little bit, or like a light brown kind of. She wears glasses.
Okay.
She's got a pronounced jawline,
Yeah.
blue eyes, and
Yeah.
she's got like she looks like a 5th grade English teacher or like
Okay.
a 3rd grade art teacher.
Don't be slim in the art
That's why I was
teachers.
like, I don't know how to say this
Yeah,
without.
without
I'm not
offending
trying
me.
to slam it. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that like they have there's a stereotype, an image you can generate. in your
Yeah.
head,
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think it's like
Does she
third
look at
grade.
all like? Never mind. I'm not gonna say names of people that I know.
she's like a Tumblr person, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like a pin.
Maybe like a pink.
Oh, Pinterest.
She doesn't. She's not like. I mean, I want to talk to God when I die, and I want to ask, does everyone have souls?
Yeah.
Because I have this working theory
Oh,
that
no
the
way.
answer is no, and
Oh,
I
let me
think
see.
she's one of the ones that doesn't.
She doesn't have a lot of photos. Don't like her shit.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't-
like her
That'd
shit.
be crazy.
She does have a scary jawline. God, I did
Little
almost
menace.
like it. Oof. Oh, her chin is scary.
It's pointy, it's
Sorry.
The nigga chin.
No comment. No comment. I can't comment.
No
I
comment.
can't comment.
The crimson chin.
Oh wow, her chin is big.
Yo, she's dating somebody that gives me my cousin Jason vibe. So it's
This
like,
guy?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
giving
yeah,
me Jason.
They are looks matched though,
They are.
which is
Oh,
weird.
like they match.
yeah.
Yeah, match.
Yeah,
made in
they.
heaven.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so
They
funny.
looks match. Oh, they match.
the cartoon character of herself that she drew.
Oh,
I
look,
like
I found them after you were done.
Oh,
By the way,
dude,
that's what I
sick,
thought. Was
thanks.
funny.
Unfortunately, I really like these little mouse drawings that she's done.
She's not a bad artist.
No, she's a fine artist. That's why
Like-
she has a job.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Tale of
she's
Despero
very
type shit.
talented.
Yeah.
Wow, those are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
No, she's a fine artist, and
Yeah.
she's fine at her job, and she's not a bad person, and I don't have anything to complain about.
Well, Noah
Sure.
has other things.
I just don't know her on a personal level
Yeah.
or have enough encounters with her to be able to say anything like that.
Noah's
Yeah, she won't say. Yeah,
Noah's had a lot of encounters.
yeah,
I know she's lib. She's visibly lib,
yeah.
Yeah.
like woke lib. So
I just don't like the way that they she I don't know. She treats other fucking people. I don't know. You'll pick it up as you go along. Really, that's it.
okay.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I keep my mouth shut and I just don't associate. That's all. That's what I've learned. Easiest way. Does this color look good? You like this color? Or do you like this color? Okay, thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
So,
all
tell
right.
me about this Bincy's place. Tell me what's going on here. What do you do at this
What do you do
Bincy's
with this
place?
Bincy's?
What do you be printing?
Do you be going to school? What's that? What's there?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Did they teach you a bleed in school? Oh, good.
Good.
They taught you a bleed.
They teach you about fiery features on the printer?
No. Oh, they didn't teach you nothing. That was a waste of money.
Nah, it's a waste of fucking money.
They got you.
They got your ass. Now you're stuck here. Now you're working
Ever.
here.
Fuck.
Okay, I'll hire you. All right, I'll hire you.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see
And
how
we'll
it goes.
see if you like it, but we'll also see if we like you.
See
All
if you're a
right,
good fit.
Time for meeting. What do we think? Do we like him? Does we like him?
I wish he'd say that at meeting and be like, "Oh, can't go stand over there in the corner
In
near
the
the front door," and
Yeah.
then we're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, go tuck yourself in behind the popcorn machine in the front.
There's a popcorn machine?
Yeah, it's never been used.
What the
It's been
fuck?
used a lot, but it Tony was cleaning it every single day with such heavy amounts of like Clorox bleaches and stuff that like nobody wants to cook in there ever
Yeah.
again. It's been sterilized so heavily.
It's if you tried
It's
to make popcorn in there, you'd be closer to making meth.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It's like spotless for it being aged. Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then people will come and be like, "Oh yeah, you ever make popcorn in there?" No, we haven't made popcorn in like 15 years. Like, why do you still have it then?
So get rid of it,
No,
Tony.
it's
it's
like-
a gift. It was
It's
a
like
gift from,
it's like, you know, in like fucking Papa's Freezeria when you can just buy like bullshit for the outside of your store.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's like it's just something to look at when you come in here.
Oh,
It's
but
Papa's Printeria, and we spent $800
Papa's
on the
Printeria.
popcorn machine.
but there's Vincey's has nothing to do with popcorn though. Like there's no
Yeah.
like if it was like maybe like a giant pair of scissors or something.
Maybe it would be the same as having like a bowl of lollipops on the front desk.
But they're
Yeah.
all like, but we like glued them all together with hot glue. So when you're pulling
We
out,
unwrapped all of them and we put glue on the inside, so they're actually
like
just
decorative.
yeah, they're
decorative as
decorative.
fuck.
Oh my god.
Yo,
They
I
were
think
edible,
I
but
think
now
it'd be
they're
hilarious
decorative.
to like wheel one of those like you put a quarter in and it's a rocket ship and it like gyrates or something. I would love that up front. That'd be so
Outside
funny.
of Vincey's, yeah.
I would fucking love that.
Oh my god, that would be really funny.
Oh,
Or
man.
have one of those like symbol monkeys.
Yes,
going off
on the
all day just
desk.
bothering Don.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be
Anytime the phone rings, it just like it's connected to the phone line on the Ethernet. It's like,
Tony hears it. He's like, what's this? What's going on? I hate this shit.
what is this? I hate this. Who put this
funny.
here?
Yeah, who put this here?
Tony,
Oh.
you did. You
Oh.
signed off on it. I don't remember that.
Yo,
That doesn't sound like me.
Man. Yo.
It's gonna be great times. Well, that was week 1.
Week 1.
That was
Many
week
to
1.
come.
Many more to come. I hope
To
I get-
come?
Ah. Ugh, dude.
Ew.
What the fuck?
Did we do it?
We did do it.
We
That's
did it.
baller.
That's an hour 8,
Oh, dude. Yo, what a revive.
dude. Mischief Castle Rebirth.
That's sick.
Woohoo.
That's sick.
Reborn,
Any
man.
plan? Wait. Before we go, any plans for anything for the future, or is this just a one-off? Just to get one out.
That's just one
Just
off.
a personal
Yeah.
personal little diary moment.
So, what's this
Yeah, what's this
podcast
personal
about? What you
diary
doing on
moment?
there? What you
so
talking
you have
about?
a podcast. What is that? What is that?
What you talking about?
I got the printer going. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Everybody take a shot when I say when I was saying, take a shot.
So I says to him,
So I
says fuck you.
So I was saying to him, bro, it was my concrete. It was my concrete. I'm breaking
mine.
it up. Call the cops. I don't want to hear it.
That's how I made
They're on my
$200. That's how I made $200. doing private terrorism. So I dropped a rock through their house,
That's fucking
Dastardly.
crazy.
and I looked down the holes, and I says
Oh,
to him,
fuck.
I says, fixed.
Fixed. Fucking
Fixed.
fixed it. Thanks for the $200. See you later, asshole.
Now that's Beast. That's Jimmy Beast right there.
Yeah, that is
insane.
pretty beast.
It's
Fucking-
pretty beastly.
Fucking game of mousetrap. You caught That's my cheese.
Uh-oh, you caught me.
Oh
I wonder what you're going to do now.
man.
All right,
That's
that's about
Fuck yeah.
enough. I've had about enough of this.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
All right,
Now.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.
This castle is over.